My case study was Halley 6 on Antarctic. It's a research station. So this was basically the list which Cheryl gave us to follow. So I just made research on all of it. First was the introduction, just a brief history of it, and because the research station as Halley, it was there since '56, but they were changing the station a few times, and the last version was Halley 6. So just brief history. Then site strategy. So location, where was the first Halley 6? Well, I put the most important facts or the quotes which I used on the left in different color because it was more interesting, and then the main text was in the middle. Using the photographs and the diagrams just to show how it's in real life and what was the plan of it. Then the site and the pictures of it, where it's what place on the site. I found the video, so I put the link of it. Putting very facts in points, I think, just make everything more clear than putting dry facts in the text, long text. Well, diagram, it's important to annotate if it's not your drawing, to put the reference. Building data. I combined from different resources the data that I could find from, I don't know, books, magazines, and then just decide what's the most important, because some of them were changing and some of them were different in different history, so I just decided what's the current options of it. Measurements. It's good to put diagrams, not just and showing how to calculate things, not just the numbers, the final number. Then we had spatial planning, so I had diagrams how the building works, because it's the space is arranged as a working space and the place for living. People can't really, they have to live there for a long time, sometimes for half a year. So it was important how people move around the space. Yeah, the general knowledge and how it applies for your building. So the organizational strategies in general, but then how your building is arranged. I used the architect's drawing and then just annotated myself, showed the movement of people in the building. Structure. It's good when you have a drawing which shows the different layers. It's easier than to find the research on materials and just go with it. You have the structure and then everything goes from this, so it was much easier. The main qualities of the materials and the structure, then some research. Advantages, it's good when you find some challenge or just some facts or different interesting points of the materials that are used in this building, but they are not. You can find it in something in different building. Detail and annotations. Construction process. So it's just pictures should fit to the text you have. It's much better that it just don't give the colorful table, but it shows you what you are presenting in text. Working detail, and then our model. I also annotated the model. You can use any of your drawing sketches and then change it on the computer, annotate and use it in different ways. Environmental principles. You can probably find many of this in magazines and books. It's just how you use the data you have. If you show it in table or diagram, not just as a text. It just makes it more clear. BREEAM. Well, I used the structure for it, asking what does BREEAM look for, and there were different parts of it, like materials, and then I answer every part as an answer. Daylight, yes, diagrams and path. how it works in our building. This is the rabbit diagram, services, again calculations. It's good to show how you did it, not just the numbers. Yeah. And this was the daylight and normal light in the building. So it's quite interesting how much you can take from the picture. If you can't find information about this, you can just look at the pictures and you can find many interesting information just from your observations. Yeah. Diagrams, how the heat loss works. Building regulations. Again, just marking your own annotating drawings. It's good to show pictures and the diagrams together, just to show how it works. I don't know, making the text, well, if you have longer text, you can put some color to the text to mark what's more important. Yeah, that's it.